G'day, Pinball here. It is done. They should look quite cool in a wee box, don't they? A few more points. Say that one there. Everyone's got a slightly different feel. I mean, the key just operates normally, but they can take a little bit of a wiggle. I've left all of this relatively, like I've kind of rounded everything off. They could be maybe taking some edges off or whatever, I don't know. Like, if you want to sort of fine tune it, I wouldn't go any deeper because everything's just, that's number one. Where are we? Center can be hard to find. That's number two. Number three. And bear in mind these are really tight. Actually, that one there I might take the backs of those off a little bit so it comes out, because I think the core does move just a tiny. I mean, it's pretty standard, but I've made everything fairly tight. So, mental note, look at number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven, number 8, and long boy, number 9. I had to make a new brass strip for that. So these, most of them are fairly snug, but not extreme. And what I did was I got a punch and then just sharpened one side of it so it kind of looks like a syringe, if that makes sense. And then you just put the point in there and just use something, pliers or anything, just to tap it off once you're supporting the lock body. I've got soft jaws in my vise with a little cutout so it supports this without squishing anything. Or ideally you don't want to put this in anything steel. You probably already know that, but brass is softer than steel, so if you're going to put it in something, use aluminium or brass. But anyway, what I wanted to, I've used Medico springs or Medico in all of these. And the reason for that is the diameter, because I've enlarged everything in here from standard out to just around 3.5 mil. And in most of the springs, some of them are double-sided. Oh yeah, getting this out, because everything's quite tight and sharp, and so as long as you put it slightly off center like in the previous video and just give it a bit of a wobble, she'll come out. But sometimes the pins with a 1/2 inch or, oh no, what is it, 9/16 or 14.2 mil, 14 mil follower, there's still a little bit of play there. And because the lips of the gins are quite thin, they do tend to sort of get caught up. But as long as you've got tension on both, you can come along and just basically, yeah, like always, it's just because of that slight play in the follower. Well, I've got a metric follower. This is straight 14 mil. So I don't know if in America you have a or elsewhere there's a 9/16, which will be 14.2, which would be a lot better fit. Anyhow, like I was saying, with the Medico springs, or Medico, you need the driver pins to be sitting just the bottom of where they go down to the spring diameter, which is 1.7 mil. You want these to be just sitting above. You don't want them to be down like that. And what I've done also, you need them to be sitting in the spring, and quite often in these springs, yeah, so this is one of them. They won't fit in one side, but they'll fit in the other. And so before you reassemble, you just make sure the bigger end is in. It seems to be fairly consistent through all the Medico springs. They all seem to have a bigger and a smaller diameter. Now I've stretched these slightly. If feel free to respring it. It's just these ones were what I sort of was able to get and were the right diameter. And if that is sitting up, on the edge of the spring, you're going to have a bit too much spring tension in there. So you need to make sure that that's actually in the spring. If it's a snug fit, you can put the spring and the driver in together. But I just wanted to communicate that, as that is kind of semi-important. I guess it wouldn't matter if you had too much spring tension. It might even... the originals were, as far as I know, fairly light-ish spring tension, but the drivers were definitely proud of this. So you don't want them to be squished down, because otherwise it will sort of ruin the pick experience. But anyway, if anyone comes up with another spring that's a larger diameter or fits better that the driver pins go into, then let me know, or just replace the springs or whatever. But at this stage they're all Medico. Honestly, flathead is daft. So there you have it. I'll just got one little reverse plating experiment to do, which I'll obviously do on not these keys to start with. I've left that bit till last, so I'll do that and then hopefully get these out today. Thanks for watching.